Hello and welcome to Exchange Student in Fiberland. My name is Mary, or Mary Gale, Marigayle. This is a video podcast from the viewpoint of a new knitter. It's called Exchange Student in Fiberland because when I was in high school I was an exchange student in Australia, and even though I spoke English I was confused a lot by their language. And that's how I feel when I am knitting sometimes, that even though I kind of understand, I'm a little bit confused. So this is my journey. I want to get started with lessons I'm learning. The big thing I've been working on is the Big Boss Man socks. These are the socks that I had such a hard time with getting tangled up. They are almost finished. I put them on my husband this morning and he said about 2 more inches would be fine. I wish I had better lighting so that I could show you better. There's cables here and then cables on the back. And they're turning out really nicely. I didn't like them for a while, even after I got through with the tangles. I put them down for about a week because first of all I was working on my cushions for my couch, but also I was just tired of everything that had anything to do with them because they made me so mad with the tangle. But as you see, I have it in my Ziploc bag and it's tangle free, so that trick works really well. I have a tendency of making my socks too short because I want to get them finished, and so I promised Josh that I would keep going even though I was ready a couple of repeats ago. So those are my big Boss Man socks. Oh, and I have I just realized that for my second project I didn't bring it over here, so I'm gonna go get it. It's not very far away. This is the bathroom rug, and I have done maybe about half of it. Oops, I dropped a couple stitches. We don't have a bathroom rug, and so we just always use old towels, and I thought it would be nice to make a rug. This one might be a little bit short, so maybe it'll go to the kids' bathroom, and then I'll make a longer one because I don't have enough yarn. But it's made on good job, Kira, US 13 9mm needles with Lily Sugar and Cream. It is held double with, I don't remember, I didn't look up the color of the yarn, but the solid yarn and then this striping one. And I'm almost done with the first skein of each one of them. So that's that. But the one that I'm super excited about is over here. The Rojo socks have been started. If you'll remember from last podcast, I was dreaming about the Rojo socks, and Nana Mama from Ravelry gifted them to me, so now I have no choice but learning that Continental. I had said that I really wanted to do them, but I was intimidated by all of the ribbing, and I knew, and I still know, that Continental is a little bit easier if you're doing ribbing because you go back and forth, but I am having a hard time. Because of that, I've dedicated myself and said that I will only do Continental, so because of that I'm not very far. Which makes me sad because I really want to get these done because this yarn is so cute and I have tons of it, so I can make them really long. I don't know if you can see the colors very well. Sorry the lighting's not very good, it's getting dark. out. And I usually do podcasts during the day, but I'm doing it at night when the kids are at home. And Kira's making a video of her own over at the table, so that's why I keep looking over there. But anyway, the yarn, there's like a turquoise and brown and purple and yellow, and the yellow has little flecks of turquoise and purple and brown, and it's so pretty. It is with it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby, $6 for this, normally $10, and it is 437 yards. So I'm gonna be able to make these really tall as long as I can commit to it, because you know I just got done saying that I usually make them short because I want them done, but I really want these tall because they look so cute. It's 70% superwash wool, 23% polyamide, and 7% PBT, which I have no idea what either of those are. I just know what superwash wool is, obviously, and it's in a footsie colorway. It's not the softest yarn in the world, but it's not scratchy at all. You can tell that it's wool, and but I love the colors, and I think it's gonna look so cute, and I'm so excited to get it done. But my problem is I've been watching, I have the Knitting Superstar ebook from Knit Freedom, Liet, and I've been practicing, I've been watching. She shows you in detail how to do continental style, and she even gives you some exercises to get your fingers used to it. I'm just having a hard time. She also has, that's her, in her Superstar ebook, has a lot of different categories, but if you're just interested in continental style, you can also buy just the continental style, and it's really good. It's not her fault I can't get it, it's my fault. But here's my problem with the tensioning. When I use my right hand to knit, I hold it like this to tension, and it's mainly in my pinky. When I first started knitting, I would wake up with cramps in my pinky. Just click cancel, honey. What are those two options?
Later and now.
Later. And so I tension it with my pinky, and so I feel like I should be tensioning it on my left hand with my pinky, and I wrap it around, and let me see. If I pick it up and wrap it, weave it over, and then wrap it around my pinky, I do really well. See, it's a little tight right now, and I just can't figure out how, like right there, that was pretty good. I loosened it without going too loose. But I get so that, like, I think I'm holding it right. I'm going to pick up my camera and move you and make you have seasickness. I think I've got a good grasp of it. I use my middle finger to move up the stitches, and use my first finger, just like she says in the video. And I haven't, I'm not very far, obviously, on these socks. I haven't even purled on them, and I'm having a hard time. And I know it'll just take practice. So if anybody has any hints, I know on the techniques board on Ravelry, someone said something about crocheting and how she holds it like she's crocheting, which my mom taught me how to crochet when I was, 10, and I don't think I did more than just like a chain. And so I have no idea how to crochet, but I could look into it, and I don't know if maybe that would help me. My problem is I just want to get my socks going, and so this is why I've never done continental before, because I get so excited about the project and I want to do it, and so I'm trying to be disciplined. Tell me to be disciplined, otherwise I might give up and just do it the other way, because I just want to wear my socks. They're so cute. So I only have 3 things that I'm working on right now. As far as final exam. The big one, I finished all of the covers for my couch cushion. I made a total of 4 cushions made with Stitch Nation Full of Sheep Clementine colorway, 100% wool. It was held double, and it took me about 5 weeks. I have a picture I can insert here, but I guess seeing it in person would probably be better. Okay, I have my iPod, or my iPhone, and so I guess we'll just go for a little walk, and hopefully I won't make you seasick. Do you want to be on the video? Kira's here. She doesn't have a shirt on, so don't look at that. Oh, she's hiding. Oh, you can't see her. Alright. And it's kind of dark. I'm going to see if I can switch it around. Okay. There's Skyla. There's Connor. He's playing. What are you playing?
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
On the Wii. But anyway, I can't see what I'm doing because of the way I've got my camera at my view. But anyway, here's my couch. See, I've got the 3 cushions. And then I'm going to flip you up over here. Walk around. Here's the chair. It's got stuff on it. But they turned out really nicely. The dogs and the kids love them. So, here we go. Let's go back. Here's my other dog, Scully. Nobody wants to be there. Oh, there's a big lick from the dog from Skyla. There's our little field trip. Okay. One thing that I did have happen, there's a little slime on the camera. Gross. Okay. One thing I did have happen was I forgot one of my cabled rows, and I saw it probably about, you're supposed to do a cable every 11th row, and I was probably at like the 6th row, and I noticed that I didn't do a cable. Now my MO, up until now, and even on those Big Boss Man socks for Josh, excuse me, if I see a mistake that far back, well, I mean, I guess 6 rows isn't that far, but I kind of assess, like, is it going to be that noticeable? I don't know. I decided it was going to be noticeable. On Josh's socks, there's one where I did forget the cable, and I noticed it. It was, like, after I'd already done, like, 3 other cables, and, so I wasn't good. I'm not fixing those. It's just socks. Nobody's going to get that close anyway. But I forgot the cable, so I knitted over to it, and I ripped back those 5 or 6 rows just on that section, not the whole row, but just I pulled out, like, dropped stitch kind of thing, and redid it. And they were a little loose at first, but they turned out perfectly. I mean, now that it's felted, I couldn't even tell you which cushion it was, let alone which cable section it was. So it turned out really well, and I made a video of fixing it, and I had Josh holding the iPhone for me. Oh, sorry, Skyla. Okay, go. Go. Go! Skyla wants some love. And anyway, I made a video of me fixing it, and I haven't looked at it since, so I don't know if it's going to be usable or not. But if it is usable, I'm going to put it in right here. If it's not, then you just see me saying I'm putting it in right here, and I'm not putting it in right here. So the other thing I have done for my final exam is my monkey coffee cozies. The pattern is George by Alejandra Quiros, and it's all made with Red Heart Super Saver yarn, which my mom gave me. I don't know, there's probably 5 big totes full of the Red Heart yarn and other kind of acrylic yarn and the Lily cotton. So I have a lot of those kinds of yarns. So I was really excited when I saw that that's what this that's what the pattern called for, and because I've been kind of snobby even though I'm really new and I haven't used acrylic, because it does kind of hurt my hands. Like at first I thought people were crazy, but I can notice a difference, and so I haven't really made anything too much with my acrylic yarn. But anyway, here is the first one that I made. Oh, sorry. Stop it! It is made with size 4 or 3.5 millimeter needles, and it was super easy. It took me less than 2 hours from the very start to the very end. The only thing was I didn't have any black buttons, so I used green ones that Kira gave me. And I didn't have any needles that were small enough. Like all the needles I have are upholstery needles. I didn't have any needles small enough to put on the buttons. And so I decided to glue them, and that was not a good idea. It's all white. So, and then once I did that, I tweaked the pattern a little bit. And I came up with this one. This one I put in the white, right here. And I went to the store and I got some needles, and I got some black buttons. And this monkey, the only way I could get him to fit on my travel mug was to take the little plastic white thing, cozy, off, which is fine. I mean, it's there to be a cozy, but I wanted it a little bit bigger, so I did some increases. Like it calls for one, just one set of increases, and I did that 2 more times, and you can tell where I made the increases. It was to make the increase, it called for M1A, which I'm not sure what you call that. Make one away, or I don't know. I know what M1R and MRL, or M1L, make one right, make one left, are, but I'd never heard of M1A, which is really easy. You just make a loop, put it on, and it's not like, I think that if I do this again, I would make the increases like a regular make one. Make one right? Whatever the normal make one, where it's not, it doesn't stick out as much, because I think that kind of sticks out too much. I also added ribbing, because if you'll see this one, the bottom curls, because it's all stockinette. And so I added ribbing to the bottom and the top. And I made the mouth a little bit bigger. I have a couple questions though. Do I block it because it's acrylic? Am I just done now, or should I soak it and try to block it? Maybe just put it on a cup and let it dry. I don't know. You need something? Well, when I'm done you can, okay, honey? Not too much longer, I don't think. Okay. Also, as far as sewing on the ears and the mouth, I couldn't find a technique to do that, so I kind of made it up. Like I just sewed it on, where you can't see it because it's all gray, but the white, I just used the tail. I made the tails really long and I used them to sew it on. I don't know if that's the best technique, so if there's a better technique, let me know. But otherwise, I mean, I think it's really cute. What I'm planning on doing is, this mug was $5 at Old Time Pottery, but I've seen them I've seen them at Target, and planning on making a couple of these for end of the year teacher gifts, which, by the way, I don't remember getting end of the year teacher gifts when I was teaching. That makes me seem ungrateful if I did, but I don't remember. but I've heard people talking about it. So maybe it's a thing. I've never been the stay-at-home mom to have time to do that kind of thing. So, I don't know. Like, is that a common thing? But anyway, I'm going to make these and give them the coffee mug. And I was going to put, like, a gift certificate to the local coffee place here. But I've decided I'm just going to get them, like, coffee to make at home. Like, because that seems... Like, why would you take a cup to Starbucks? They have cups. So I thought I would get, like, flavored kind. I don't know. I know Kira's teacher. She loves flavored coffee, doesn't she? You want to talk?
But I know she likes coffee.
I know she likes coffee. Her room smells yummy when we drop you off in the morning. So, that is my final exam. I think I passed. I like them. I want to make more of those monkeys because they're easy and cute. But for souvenirs, moving on to souvenirs, I'm so excited to show you Palette PC. Here's her card from Ravelry and Plurk. Contacted me on Plurk, and no, not on Plurk. She contacted me, well, I guess both. Okay, we talked over both. But asked me if she could send me something because she had some leftover Socks That Rock yarn, and she said that she wanted me to be able to try them out because she loves it so much, and I'm so excited. She spoiled me, and I know she spoiled a lot of other podcasters, so thank you so much, Beverly. Love, you are amazing. But I want to show you some of the goodies. She sent me a sample ball of wool mice, which everyone seems to be talking about. I don't know what the color is or anything, but I got it right after I had watched Round the Twist with Karen, and she was talking about the smell of wool mice. She's right. It smells good. And then here's my Socks That Rock. It is, colorway is called Walking on the Wild Tide. It's 80, does that say 89? I don't understand. Sorry. It says, I think 89% superwash merino and 19% silk. So that doesn't make sense. I'm reading it wrong, I guess. But anyway, I'm so excited. I might make some Rojo socks out of these because that would be pretty. Yeah. And then she gave me fingering weight 100% merino wool Claudia hand painted yarns. I think it's in the Thistle colorway. Here's her. It's 175 yards, hand dyed, and it's beautiful purple color. Sorry, it looks blue, but it's purple. And that's got, oh, I'm so excited. And then some Knit Picks yarn too for socks. I can't wait. This is Felici, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. Pretty green stripes. I just want to sit and knit socks and monkeys all day long and all night long. So thank you so much, Beverly. You totally made my week. Okay, on to journal entries. Just a little, sorry, I'm not comfortable. Okay, a couple, I don't know, 3 or 4 podcasts ago, I talked about needle storage, and I couldn't find a solution that wouldn't cost me money. And someone, and I don't remember who, I'm sorry, I should have looked it up, but it was so long ago that I can't remember, said that they put them in Ziploc bags, which is what I have ended up doing. I mean, it's a good solution. They're organized. I can tell by looking. I just took an Expo marker and wrote the size on the bottom, so I can tell what I have and what I need. I mean, it's not a Namaste bag, but it works, and I know what size needles I have now, and looks like I need to get a size 0 and another size 1 from Warsaw. But anyway, I wanted to let you know that I came up with I didn't come up with a solution, but I used someone's idea as a solution, and it's working out very well for me. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, just real quick, goofball. What I wanted to talk about was my recording schedule. Obviously, I haven't kept to a schedule, and I'm wondering your thoughts about it. I know, for me, it's easier knowing who's going to come out on what day, and being able to keep up with them that way, because I don't subscribe to anybody. I just kind of go to their website or go to iTunes and download them and see if there's something new. If you subscribe, I think that they just update automatically, so it doesn't really matter. You don't have to go searching. So I personally know that's a little bit annoying to go to the website and see that nothing has been updated. But at the same time, I don't want... Like, if I don't have anything to talk about, I don't want to just record for the sake of recording. And that's what I found. Like, I find myself throughout the week thinking, oh, I could talk about this, I could talk about this, this is something new, this is something I learned, this is something I'm interested in. But to have to come up with something every Tuesday, say, I don't know that I would have that much to talk about. So I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to record when something comes up and I feel like talking, because even though the podcast is for you and I hope you're enjoying it, it is for me too. It's I enjoy doing the podcast, and I want to continue to enjoy it, and I don't want it to become a burden. I don't want it to become something like, oh gosh, I have to record again. So, let me know. I mean, if you want me to get on every Tuesday and say, oh, I don't have anything to talk about, then I can. But I just think that this works out better for us and my family and me, because it's all about me and Kira. Okay. That's it. Thank you so much for coming and watching. And you can find me at www.exchangestudentinfiberland.blogspot.com. I'm also on iTunes and Ravelry and Plurk as Mary Gayle, Marigayle. And there is also a Ravelry group. It's not very active, but I would love for it to be more active. So if you want to come and join me and answer some of my questions, because I have lots of them, then I would appreciate it. And you can ask me some questions too. Okay, thank you. Bye. Want to say bye? Just bye. Buttons. Say it louder.
Bye.
All right. So I had dropped, or I had forgotten to cross over right here. So what I did was I knitted back to where the cable was supposed to be, and I ripped it out. I've already fixed it, so you can't see where I ripped it out, but I ripped it out, and there were about 7 of these. And then then I held the 5 in front, switched them over, and just knitted with these ones back here. I don't know what they'd be called, like ladders or something. And then I take the bottommost ladder, which I can't tell if I have through the camera. This is the top one, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is the bottom. and then pick it up, and this is now my working yarn, and use it to knit across. And I'm noticing that it's quite a bit looser than before, and I think it's because now it's cabled and before it wasn't. But I would think it'd be tighter then. I don't know. And then when I get to the end of those 10 that cabled over, I put them onto cable needle again. Because it's not really a cable needle, it's a DPN. But I treat it as my cable needle. And once I get those 10 on here, then I start all over. Now I only have 2 more left to do, and hopefully it'll space itself out so it'll be normal.